Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the greatest show on earth.
This video contains references to drugs and may be triggering for some viewers. If you have had personal experiences with drugs, please take care of yourself and be aware that this content may be upsetting and you might want to watch a different episode. Thank you for your support.
For help, go check out the links in description or go to highonsuccess.com/hotlines.
Have a great day and enjoy the Anna and Nicole show, the shit show.
So, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Cocktails?
What?
Cocks or cocktails?
Cocks or cocktails? You know what that reminds me of? Remember when we used to go to Cherry Grove to that restaurant?
Oh, I always talk about Cherry Grove. Every single episode, there's something about Cherry Grove.
That's because good things happen over there.
I don't want to interrupt your story. And I'm sorry, there is a little bit of a delay. I don't want to interrupt your story, but can you tell them what Cherry Grove is and then tell your story?
So Cherry Grove is located on Fire Island, which is like a little cluster of islands that are spread out through the Great South Bay of Long Island. And it starts from like Long Beach all the way to, I think, Mastic. So there's like these little tiny towns on this little island, right? But there's no roads. Everything's in a boardwalk. It's mostly beach houses. There's nothing. It's exactly like Gilligan's Island, desolate, nothing but beach houses, beautiful, beautiful shorelines, like
It's $1
million dollar houses, all right? And
couple of restaurants.
You're right in the
Cherry
middle of
Grove specifically is gay.
But then there's Cherry Grove, which is the reason why Fire Island is so famous because
No, I don't think it's because of that, but go on.
No, it definitely is. And when I told people in Atlanta, specifically gay men that I worked with and that I was actually really close with, and I met their friends, they're like, "You're from Sayville? Have you been to Cherry Grove?" I'm like, "Where are you from?" Some weird East Mama bumblefuck, I don't know, Mississippi, some town that no one's ever heard of, that they just got electricity in the 90s. That's where they're from, and they knew where Cherry Grove was. As soon as I said place, you can only go to by boat. There is no way of public transportation. You can't walk there. You can swim there if you want to, or you can take a boat, or you can take a ferry. So you get on the ferry, boom, there you are in Cherry Grove. It's like maybe 15 minutes from Sayville, which is the town we grew up in. And let me just say, there is whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. No. Whatever happens in Fire Island stays on fucking Fire Island. That's where that Vegas shit came from. Fucking Fire Island. Not even kidding. All I'm going to say is you will find a toothless midget, an Egyptian magician, and drag queens all in the same fucking day. You might even be at the same spot all at once. Amazing. Anything can happen there. You meet anyone. Famous people are always there. Michael Kors has a freaking beach house over at the Pines, which is the next gay town over. But
that's like upscale. Like the Pines is like more like upscale.
The Pines is more like
like the rich gays.
Yeah, like very upper west side.
Get like down it. There's a place called the I can't think the meat rack. The meat rack.
No, the Belvedere.
No, it's like right next to. No, it's like in between. It's like this little spot. Only men are allowed there. That's why we've never been there. I was invited in there.
We should have said we were really men. We could have fucking pulled it off.
True. My dick is pretty big. All right, so tell your
Okay,
story about Cherry Grove now.
so I forget what we were even talking about Cherry
I
Grove.
know, that's why I said that. You said you were telling a story about Cherry Grove. All right, well, I have a story about Fire Island. So, one time, me and Anna went to Fire Island, and we decided to go to
What the-
Davis Park,
From Fire Island, from
which
Cherry
is on
Grove.
Fire Island. Why were we there? Was it because my cousin Lisa had a place?
No,
Was that
that
the
was I
time?
think the first time I actually went to Fire Island was to your cousin Lisa's house, her beach house.
So was it that time?
Remember?
It had to
And
have been
that's
that
when
time.
we
I
saw
know.
that
Don't get there
guy.
yet.
Huh?
Don't tell it yet. So
Oh,
I don't
Fire
I
Island.
don't remember much, but we went. My cousin. I think this was the time. My cousin had a beach house. We're drinking. We're partying. How old were we?
I think we were like 18 or 19.
No, I think we were. Why were we weren't 21 yet?
No, we definitely were not 21 because I was working at that law firm. I remember like I spoke, like you called me on my cell phone and you said, "Yo, bitch, whatever it is that you're doing, you need to go home, change, and take the next ferry to Davis Park." And I was like, "Where the fuck is that?" You're
And
like, "It's on
Davis Park's
Fire
like a little
Island."
like a little like it's mostly houses. There's like one bar and restaurant called the Casino. It's
The
not an actual casino.
casino.
And it's more like family oriented, but like
Very.
that bar is like, where obviously it gets popping. So we go and we
After
run
we've
into
been
these
drinking for quite
all
some
day.
time.
And when we
Quite some
meet these
time.
guys, I don't remember much. I remember having fun and then going to the beach with the guy.
That's it?
No, that's not it, but
Oh.
I went
You
to the beach with him and hooked up with him.
okay.
And I think I came back and you were with the other guy.
No. When I came back, wait, no. All I
I
remember,
definitely went with him on the beach.
I'm sure you did. All I remember is drinking all day at Lisa's. And then we left to go to the casino. And when we're walking down the boardwalk, there was that like triangle looking house. And the guy was like at the sliding door. And he just like walks through the sliding door and falls out right onto the deck, drops like 10 feet. And we just started fucking hysterically laughing.
Yeah, what else are we gonna do? Help him?
I mean, and then we broke into their house and stole all their snacks.
Well, that was later.
Right.
So
But
I
from
think you were
there,
hanging out with the other guy's friend. He was like,
yeah.
he had like that hair.
Do you know I run into him every once in a while?
What was his name?
I don't know, but I like after all this happened, moved to Atlanta. I don't know, 15 fucking years later, me and John moved back and I'm getting my tires done. And I'm getting like a wheel alignment or something on the Jeep. And the guy from Fire Island is the guy doing my wheel alignment. And he's staring at me and he's like, "Don't I know you?" And I'm like, "Nope." He's like, "I definitely know you." I'm like, "That's impossible. I haven't lived in New York in about," and he goes, 20 years. And I'm like, "Yeah, it's," no, I'm like, maybe like 10. But he goes, "Yeah, but the last time I saw you was 20 years ago on Fire Island." I'm like, and I'm just looking at him. And he's like, "I think you left your shoes at my house." I'm like, "I probably did because
Oh,
knowing
that's
me,
right.
I woke up and I was like, what the fuck?" and I got back to Lisa's, and they were like, "Yo, where the fuck were you all night?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just woke up in some triangle house, and there was this guy there, and I think I left my shoes."
Wait, oh yeah, oh, okay. Now I'm remembering more. So, and I might have to like edit this part out.
I'm sure you will.
I remember, first of all, okay, we're really drunk. I left, I went to the beach with this person. We were just talking. I came back, and me and Anna were so drunk, but we needed snacks. We were literally walking into people's houses for snacks.
Beach houses, mind you. These are beach houses.
We're just
There
straight
is
up
no
walking
street.
in, dying, laughing, not being quiet, like probably pissing our pants a little bit. Like we're thinking we're so fucking funny, and we're like going into the fridge, trying to make a sandwich.
Yeah.
We were taking like little snacks.
Feeling mozzarella. What were they?
String cheeses.
Yeah, Polly, string cheese. Fruit roll.
And then there was, I think it was like graham crackers, like a little graham, and like, or Cheez-Its or something. It was like a little package or something. But then I don't remember. We must have left, and Anna ran into this person. And I know, like, all of a sudden I started looking for her because I was drunk and I forgot we got separated. And I walk in, and Anna's like laying naked with this guy on the couch.
What? Really?
With that guy?
No, he's so short.
I know, that's why I said before.
He's like I feel like he's my height.
He's a short king.
Hair. He's got good hair though.
So yeah, that was crazy. I mean, like, I've never done anything like that, and like, I don't think we would have gotten in trouble because we were drunk and like laughing and friendly. But if we were doing that, like, in like Bayshore or something, like, we could have gotten killed.
If we do that anywhere, we could have gotten fucking killed. But it's Fire Island, so a lot of these houses, you know, people go for a weekend, they go for the week, and it just so happens that there was some houses were empty and they had food in them. Some might have had people.
They were empty. Those people were at the bar, probably. Thank God.
I know.
What were we thinking?
Oh,
all right, why am I doing this? So I kind of wanted to talk about obesity a little bit.
Okay.
And being fat. So if you can't freaking tell, I'm not like Barbie, I'm not skinny. I've always had issues with weight. I've always been up and down in weight. I like my snacks, but I don't like being fat. Yeah, we're from Long Island. It's all about pizza and bagels and really good bread.
There's no SPK.
There's no place in this country or world. I've traveled a lot that has food like New York has food, especially the bread. The bread, and I live in New York, but I'm upstate. We don't get bread like that. Like the nice, like Italian with the crunch, but so soft in the middle. We don't get that here. Our like Italian bread's like a giant hot dog roll. It's disgusting.
If you ask for a roll in
no, it's not the same.
In Atlanta, you get a fucking potato roll.
I know.
What the fuck is this?
Carbs, like I get it, but like I love them, but they are okay. I don't know. It depends on. I did really well on keto and I felt like really good, but let me just say there's a problem right now with fat bitches, and I'm including myself. But I'm gonna defend myself a little bit. Like I started working out every fucking day.
Good for you, girl. Get it.
I'm trying because I don't want to be fucking fat. I think it's gross. And if you're fat, I'm not saying you're gross. It's gross on me. I don't like sitting and having a roll right here. I think it's disgusting. And I'm not trying to be mean. It makes me feel disgusting. Like when I sit down, I'm like, oh, I feel uncomfortable in my body. My clothes don't fit. I like look in the mirror. I'm this double. I don't know what
I
happened, but
know.
I have this double chin, and I'm like, who is that?
I feel like
And
my skin is hanging off my face lately. Like, look at it. Is it me? Is this just extra fat? Like, what? You see this? Do you see what? Come on. When did that happen? Is this what, like,
you should use the roller. I do.
oh, this is like offensive.
And then there's that little trick where you could make
The
2 braids right here and then put them under your hair and it'll like tighten it a little bit.
oh, okay.
And then yeah, and then they also sell stickers that will
Oh
tighten it
yeah,
too.
I've seen that. No, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting older and like obviously our bodies are going to change and it's okay. Like I'm going to accept
It's
that.
gonna
I
happen.
I think I look decent for my age and I am starting now to like look in the mirror and be like, "Oh my god, who is that?" But I'm getting older and I'm also smarter, more educated and happier. But like I just don't want to be fucking fat, bro. So I'm
No,
like I said, I'm gonna
me
do something
neither.
about it. But the problem is this body positivity bullshit. I'm not saying if you're overweight that you should feel like you feel like shit. What I'm saying is that you should, if you love yourself that much, then you should do
Take
something
better care of
to
yourself.
take care of your health. It's hard. It's not easy, but like you have to do something to take care of yourself. You can't just be like, get it, girl, thick girls. I'm a thick girl. I get it, but like, I also don't ever think I'll be super skinny. I'm with you, thick girls, but you have to do something to better yourselves every day.
And
And
not just
being
be like,
2, 3, 400 pounds, wearing a crop top out in public, being like, yeah, I own this shit. And you thinking that you're taking the power back and feeling good, you're losing
the only
because
thing
you're
you're
killing yourself.
owning is a 3 to 6 month script to Ozempic. Okay? That's the only thing you're gonna fucking own.
And like,
Because if you want to be positive about your body, then you would not only just highlight that part of yourself, but you would also take the proper steps to better your health at the same time, because that is being positive about your body.
right.
Not
You should love
having,
yourself and you
like,
should
going to
feel
fucking Starbucks and getting a venti whatever with extra foam and blah 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 and 4 pumps of vanilla. No, bitch. It's drink 2 ounces of water every 15 minutes, I guess. I don't fucking know. Yo, I got vodka with seltzer, okay? 40 has been rough. And then we just did COVID. But my ass was fucking running from my house to Sayville Beach every morning at 5 a.m. and then going to LA Fitness with Alyssa till like 7:30 in the morning before she went to work when Johnny was still little. Now I'm lucky if I even get to fucking work on time in the morning.
well, you know what? That's the thing is like everybody, it's all about like mental health. I've been kind of like that. Like I go into phases where I'm like super in my routine and then as soon as I start doing well, I'm like, I got this. And that's the
Yeah.
worst thing you could do. And then you start
Yeah.
flipping. It's like it's humbled me so much and it kills me. There's so many days the phone kills me where I get up and I get up early. Like usually I'm up super freaking early. And I try to walk even before it's the light out some days. And
Yo, you're muted.
I guess my burp muted the microphone. So I was just saying, it's so hard to get myself motivated, especially if I pick up the damn phone in the morning and I like, and I'm not just saying this like I'm whatever, but when I wake up in the morning, I try and meditate and then drink a little coffee and then I go for a walk or work out. And I don't want to do it every single day, but every single day that I do it, I have a much better day. Like today, I didn't do it. I had an off day today. I feel terrible. Like I have a horrible headache, and I'm not saying that's the reason, but like I just don't feel good. And on the days I work out, I have much more energy. I feel better when I sit down. I don't feel like fat and like a balloon.
Right.
And the whole point of me saying anything is that I do it. I fight with myself. I make any excuse in the world. Don't, blah 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 blah. You're sore, you're tired, you could deserve another day off, whatever it is. And I'm like, no, you don't. Get your fucking lazy ass up and go.
Yep.
If you have to wake up and this is what I do. I wake up earlier specifically to do it, and I still fight with myself. Um It's just hard. You just need like a little push. And it sucks because I know if you're overweight and you're out there wearing shit, there's no fucking way that you could actually look at yourself and be like, damn, I look good when you have 10 rolls hanging out.
You saw that picture I sent you, the girl
I
at the
was just
pizza
gonna say that.
place? I was like, yo, when did this become okay? I'm not okay with that. I don't
I
think
would
that's being
never,
positive
ever,
about your body.
ever wear a crop
Yo,
top.
you're saying it's okay to be that big? Like, what? Yo, first of all, you're that big. You want to wear that? Last place you should be is in a pizza place. Sorry.
I wouldn't even wear that at home with Jay.
I don't even wear shit like that at home, man.
I would
Like,
be too uncomfortable.
and I'm half that girl's size.
Yeah, I had a crop top, it's like a long crop top, sweatshirt, and
Uh-huh.
anytime I wear it, I wear a tank top underneath it. I'm not I people and I'm doing that for myself. I don't wanna show off my fucking rolls, and I've continuously have worked out. Before COVID, I was in the best shape of my life, and
Wow.
yeah, I pretty much had a six pack. I was saying because I thought COVID was only going to last 2 weeks. I'd be like, I'm going to get as fat as I can because I was skinny for me at least. Like I was like
Exactly.
really,
I'm like,
making
this is
cookies every
over in
night,
2 weeks.
and then here
Order
we are.
Uber Eats, DoorDash every night. Because there was nothing open. You couldn't go to the supermarket.
My problem is ADHD. Um, I didn't know that this was like a symptom of it, but I resonate with it like so much. I never know what I want to eat. And then all of a sudden, I'll start craving something. And I won't eat anything else. Or I'll buy a bunch of shit like with the intentions of like making it. And because I forget it's there. Like I'm like, oh shit, that's there because I only want when I want. It's like I can't pre-plan shit because I wind up wasting it and I don't really like to waste food. But yeah, so that's oh, and the other thing is that, like, it's just me. So, like, I want the quickest, easiest thing. I'm not gonna sit there and make myself a 9 fucking course meal.
No way. Fuck
Do you
that. That's
are
a
you
lot of.
like that?
Yes. All the fucking time. It takes me like 3 hours to figure out what I want to eat. That's why I hate food shopping. I love shopping. My favorite place on earth, believe it or not, is Home Depot. I hate
Me
Lowe's
I
because
like
I
it.
feel
It's
like
too
the
expensive,
people.
though.
I know. Like, everyone likes Lowe's, but I hate Lowe's. I think the people that work there are really fucking stupid. Home Depot, everyone is like on their shit, man. Like Bob Vila trained every person that worked in that store. And I can just spend hours upon hours in Home Depot. Put me in a supermarket, not a chance. I'm like, I better have a list. I don't want to be in here. There's way too many choices. There's too many options. It's just no. No, 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 no. Do I want to bake? Do I want to eat a steak? Do I want to make burgers? Should I make a salad? Ooh, what about all these different vegetables? Nope, not a chance. Home Depot, that's where it's at. Not Stop and
Yeah,
Shop.
their prices just went up. Like, there's things like I went to get a towel rack there the other day, and it was like $90, and I'm like, $90? I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
What?
Yeah, for like a towel rack, like, and on Amazon they were 30, and like I could have got, I could have got them even cheaper than that, but like $90 for a fucking towel
I
rack?
know. I had the
No.
little round metal one, the little knobby looking thing. And it was
Yeah.
$50. I was like, what? It's just the circle thing that I need. Because I felt like the other one was kind of crooked.
How do we?
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's whatever. But yeah, anyways, the whole point, like, I'm not trying to put fat people down. Like I said, I'm fat too. I get it. But I'm like trying to work on it. But like, dude, stop fucking wearing crop tops and like short ass shirts with your fucking rolls, like thunder to
Or
thighs hanging out. And
bikini.
I'm not trying to be mean, but it's fucking gross, bro. I don't do it. I wouldn't do that. I don't want
If
people
you
to see
want to
my
do it, you
fucking
can do
like
that in the
thighs. It's
comfort
gross.
of your own home. Okay?
Nobody wants to see it.
Don't
And if
do it
it,
at the beach. Don't
no,
do it at the mall.
I mean, I
Don't
feel
do
bad.
it
At the
in a
beach, what else are you
school.
going to do?
Because all you're doing is showing other kids that it's okay to live an unhealthy lifestyle.
Yeah, but like I
And
was
you're
watching
glamorizing it.
this show, it's some like fucking TLC shit. I could even pull it up, but this girl, she's like probably like 350 pounds, right? And her husband, what are they? He's like a chubby chaser, so he's like totally fit, like whatever.
Okay.
And she can't get pregnant because she's overweight, and her parents and like other people in her life have passed away from obesity, and he is fighting with her to lose weight. He's like, because he's
And
attracted to it. It's like, bro, she's gonna fucking die. You can't be that fat. Like, I'm at my age now, like with the weight that I gained, it's like scary. You don't need that. Like, if food is like a drug, and I understand it because of my own addiction, but like,
I
if I
know.
could quit heroin, you guys could fucking stop eating so much. How about that?
Not even that. Just if it's
Or
not okay to glamorize heroin addicts living on the street, then why is it okay for super obese fat people to sit there and wear these cute little super fucking outfits and have all their fat hanging out? It's not okay. That's not okay.
and
I'm trying to
I
teach
do feel
my
bad because like
7-year-old to eat healthier. I I like I eat a lot of iron rich food. Okay? So I eat a lot of green leafy vegetables. I eat super lean protein, mainly steak, chicken, and pork, hardly ever. Ground beef, I think, is the most disgusting and repulsive thing on the
what
planet.
about pretzels filled with peanut butter?
I had those.
I know.
They're delicious. But I have to want to eat them.
Yeah, I know.
Most of the time, I want a steak and broccoli rabe. Literally. If I had my own fucking garden and
Oh my
I
God, I
had
know.
my
I
iron
want to.
bread, I would literally eat broccoli rabe with every fucking meal. My
It's so
family
good.
thinks I'm crazy. I
Fresh
would,
vegetables are so good.
oh my God, fresh broccoli rabe with roasted garlic on a poached egg is amazing. On semolina bread with a little fresh mozzarella, to die for. I can have that every single day of my life. What are we listening to?
I don't know. I was just putting some music on. I don't know. I like zoned off, and it said background music, and I was like, oh, okay. Let me click that. I
Because
like.
you don't
I
have
have to say
ADD.
this because like I really don't want to spread hate out there. I'm not trying to like be a bitch or anything, and I know whatever. Maybe like the way I say things isn't proper. I know what it feels like. Obviously, like I'm not like this super skinny person, and I'm not trying to put you down. And if that's what you want to do, go ahead, do it. But like, you putting that shit out there for kids saying like, I love myself being fat. Cool. You should love yourself. But if again, I'll repeat it. I already said it earlier. If you love yourself, you would do something about it because otherwise you're gonna fucking kill yourself. And I'm honestly, I'm sick of hearing about it every fucking where and seeing it on social media. I don't want to see it. It's gross. Because I'm beautiful to look at. No, I'm just kidding. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody. I'm saying I know the struggle and I've been through it, and there's ways to get out of it. And you have to motivate yourself and love yourself, and that's the only way.
Okay.
Or you could freaking die in a crop top.
But do not be a size 24 in women's clothing wearing a crop top and Daisy Dukes in public. It is not cool. It is not okay. I'm not okay. I don't need my child to see that because that is not okay. That's not okay.
No. But the other thing, well, were we going to talk about it on this episode, or you do not want to?
What?
The trans.
Isn't that every episode?
I know. I don't really want to talk about it. I'm not in the mood to talk about it. I don't give a fuck. If you're trans, live your life. Who cares? Just stop promoting it to kids. How about that? So, in other things, maybe I shouldn't tell that story live. Do you have any good stories? I do, but I'm gonna have to smoke a cigarette for it.
Oh, I want to smoke a cigarette.
So bring the camera with you. Just walk around. Now you're black.
Hold on. No, I'm Spanish, actually.
No, you're black, bitch.
My screen was black.
Exactly.
I'm not
¿Cómo
black.
está?
I'm Spanish.
I look like
I'm
fucking Casper the Ghost. If you saw me in person, the amount of makeup that I have on to try and bring some color to my face is ridiculous. Like I look like fucking clown, but I don't look like that on camera. What?
You do look really white. I look pretty tan though.
I know. I think it's the lighting I have, but I mean, I need lighting, otherwise you won't be able to see my ass. Not that I was going to show it anyway, but. So what are you gonna do? I mean, do you want me to tell a story, or are you gonna take the camera, smoke a cigarette?
Yeah, tell a story.
I'll cut this part out on the podcast, but we can.
Okay.
I think we're still live. It doesn't matter. I don't think anybody's watching us, but whatever.
Who cares?
It'd be cool if I wanna. It's like I wanna. even though I feel like maybe we're old, but there's a lot of old people on here too, so I don't give a shit.
You calling old, bitch?
I just want to build like a. I feel like there's so much crazy shit online, man, and I don't know like what people think is real life, and I live probably a crazier life than 90% of the people in the world, and not 90%, like maybe 80%. There's definitely people that have done a crazier shit than me, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. But I mean,
are you going to smoke a cigarette or what?
yes, I'm putting sheets on.
Okay, so should I tell what?
But look, hold on. The cat is sleeping on my shoe. You see that?
Hi, Baloo number 2. Baloo, looking at the phone, the thing. Baloo.
He's like,
Baloo
yo,
number
bitch,
2.
I was sleeping. Fucking cat, man. Spoiled.
You know who I feel bad for? Baloo number 1.
Oh, he was the sweetest little baby. Oh, do you remember the cat that I used to have when we were growing up? Tabitha. She was like gray and black stripes. He looked just like her. And he was the sweetest
Why
little
did you
thing
name him
on
Baloo
the
number
planet.
2 if they don't even look alike?
That's what Johnny wanted to name him. But now Johnny calls him Oreo because he's all white with like a little black heart on his butt. So cute.
I see. He's a cute sweetheart.
On the top of his ears, it looks like he's got 2 little Oreo cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, we got a nice view of your tits.
They're real.
They're big. Maybe you should start an OnlyFans, Anna.
I should, right?
Stack that paper.
I wish.
So, okay, so which story should I tell? What kind of story should I tell?
Well, let's see. We've already talked about roaches.
One that you were involved. Do you want to know something? You were involved. We were in a story between us both, or something that you don't know. Where's my notes? I had notes over here of stories. Fuck. I got a pretty fucked up one.
Just one?
Mm.
What state were we in? Yeah.
So, so answer the question. One that you want to know, or one that one of us together, or one that you don't know?
One of us together. No, one that I don't know. One that I don't know.
Okay. I guess if we put this in the video, so this is going to be about drugs, and I'm going to curse, and I'm going to keep it real. I have worked very hard to not do drugs anymore. I was addicted to heroin for 12 years, and it's shit's crazy, and it makes me really sad that there's so many people out there dying. But the whole point of me even like starting and talking about anything is just to show that like it doesn't matter how low or what you've been through or the craziest shit ever, there's a chance that you can change. So just want to say that. So I got hired at this restaurant and it was a steakhouse. Now, when we go in, it was like the brand new steakhouse, but it was kind of like, it was like a mid steakhouse. But the thing is, they were getting like top quality steaks, but they were charging like ridiculously cheap prices for them. So before the restaurant opens, the owner wears like a cowboy hat and fucking cowboy boots. We live in New York, like right outside of New York City. Like, people don't wear cowboy boots in New York. I love a guy in cowboy boots, cool.
That's so gross.
But it's just not something you fucking see. Like, it was weird. And he's like, hey, oh, like that type of guy in a
Really?
cowboy hat with, but it is down by the water. Anyway, that has nothing to do with it. So, the guy loved me, right? Loved me. And he's like, you are going to be my top waitress. And I was like, yeah. But I was a dope fiend. Like, at this time, it wasn't the worst I was, but it was bad. I wasn't selling drugs. So this was after I got arrested. The big arrest, at least. And I wasn't selling drugs. So I had to have a job to make money. Now, the restaurant opened and fucking was so busy. I was making like $400 to $600 a night. It's a fucking lot of money. $400 to $600 a night. Think about that. I was working 6 days a week making that money. I never, not once, had $1 to my name, ever. I had such a bad habit. I gotta quit this shit. But anyway, I don't even know how much that adds to it. But what I would do is I'd have my dealer come to the job, and I would pay him. So then my brother got a job there, and bro, it was like insane the amount of money that we were making, and it was just like so fucking busy. We were running around like fucking crazy. So I needed more money. I was like, bro, I said to the guys, I was like, I need more money. I'm like, I have to work more. Like, I need to work more. I need more money. And they're like, dude, you work literally every day. Like, you have to have a day off, and it's slow during the day. Like, you're not going to make more money.
Right.
So I'm pretty smart if I want to be, but not always in the best ways. Like, I could figure shit out. So I figured shit out on how to delete orders, but not like to just go in and delete an order. It was like delete it completely out of the system with no record.
Oh, so you like voided out the whole thing.
Yep. Everything. But when you're high on heroin, sometimes you make mistakes. So, you know.
It happened.
So I've been doing this now for like 2 months, 3 months. Now I'm not making $600 a night. I'm making like $900 a night. And I'm still fucking broke. Don't have $1 to my name. Broke as fuck. I'm giving all my money. Wait, was this before? I'm sorry, I lied. This was before I got arrested. So this is how I met my connect, because I'm not trying to like, Hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Sorry about that. Okay. So because I know you don't know, and I'm not trying to like brag or like give more knowledge about the drug, but I'm just saying, like, in reference, if you buy a bag, at the time at least, a bag of heroin was like $10-15.
No shit.
You could get like a bundle, which is 10 bags for $100. Some people charge $120 or $80. But if you go into like Queens, Brooklyn, whatever, obviously you're going to get it for like $40, $50, $30. Nice. So $30, you know, it's ridiculously cheap. And I was paying like $80, you know, like I was getting 5 to 10 at a time, but I wasn't going to the city. I had like, you know, whatever. So then what happened was I met this guy, Mike, and maybe I shouldn't say his name, but whatever. It doesn't matter. There's a million Mikes. I met this guy, Mike, and I thought I like fell in love with him, but like wind up, he was gay. He was like, yeah, no. He's like, I wouldn't fuck you unless you were a guy. And I was like, oh shit. So then, oh my God, this story is going to get so fucking, ugh. Okay, I met this other guy who was dealing with him, Evan, and I'm still working at the restaurant. And this guy, Evan, is this big fucking huge drug dealer in Deer Park. Like, he's got tats on his neck that say 100% felon.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so much fun. It's so much fun when you get arrested with a guy that has 100% felon on their tatted on their neck. But anyway, this guy was in love with me. I mean, like fucking in love with me.
Really?
The day I met him, he was introducing me to people as his girlfriend, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't even know you. I barely even know your fucking name, bro. And he was just feeding me drugs. Like, he'd give me so much drugs. So now I'm still working and I'm making this money, but he's not, and he's giving me a lot of drugs. So he'd buy hotel rooms for like 3 weeks, and we were just like, he'd leave and go out and run around, and he'd leave me like mad drugs, right?
Really?
And then he'd come back with like food, whatever I wanted from any restaurant, anywhere, whatever I wanted. And then obviously, like, whatever. So I liked him, obviously. He's giving me fucking drugs, food, sex. Like, why wouldn't I like him?
Right.
My dad didn't like him, though, and I introduced him to him. He's like,
you introduced him
to let me just tell you, he's in jail right now for another 5 years for a bank robbery.
Promising.
So anyways,
promising.
I go to work and I don't have anything. And when you're fucking sick, even if I'm not sick, when I'm running around at a restaurant, I don't know what's in restaurants, but my nose always freaking runs. But now I'm dope sick. I'm like dry heaving. I'm sweating. My nose is running.
Oh.
And I'm going up to tables looking like, I don't even.
Looking like hell?
Yeah, and I don't even care. Like, I'm getting their orders wrong. And I was like an on-point waitress. I never made mistakes, but now I started fucking up a lot. And even though I didn't need the money much, I still needed money, but like I had a little bit of money in my pocket because Evan or the guy was paying for everything.
Uh-huh.
I still was stealing from the restaurant a lot. Like, I already. The only reason why I'm saying this online is because I already got in trouble for it. But like, so I am sick. I'm sick this one day. Like, my nose running. It's fucking disgusting. I stink. I fucking stink so bad. And this guy, Evan, well, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Evan comes, drops me off shit, and I always did dope in the bathroom. I didn't care if there was 100 people in the restaurant. I would, if the bathroom was locked, I wouldn't even care. So I would start preparing it out in the thing. I didn't care if anybody walked in. I gave 2 fucks. I was like, oh, who cares?
Are you serious?
Yeah. So anyway, I was like preparing it outside of the stall, like where the sinks are. Nobody saw that. Then I go into the stall, and the stall's fucking broken, like the lock.
Uh-huh.
So I'm holding it with my foot, but like I'm fucking trying to like shoot dope, you know? So I couldn't really. And this lady and a little girl bust in. I fucking kicked the door like right on them.
Oh no.
I worked all day, and the cowboy guy, the guy that owns the place, is like, Nicole, I need to talk to you.
Oh no.
And I go into the office, and he's like, I hope you don't think I'm stupid, right? And I go, no, I don't think you're stupid. He goes, I know you do drugs. And I'm like, fuck, I'm going to get fired from this job where I make $500 a night. Not only that, I'm stealing from them, and I'm making like $900 a night. I'm going to get fucking fired right now. But then in my head, I was like, at least I won't get fired for being caught. But he's like, you're my top waitress. If you're ever fucking sick again and you need to shoot dope, let me know. I'll lend you the money and you could shoot it in my fucking office. Don't ever do it in the bathroom again. I was like, he's like, you're really good. I know, he's like, I will help you to get clean if that's what you want. He's like, but in the meantime, I'd rather you do it in here. I don't want customers to see. And I was like kind of denying it. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, first of all, I've known. He's like, I've seen you syringes on you. Your arms are a mess. He goes, you do a good job of hiding it. He goes, but I'm not fucking stupid. I know. And I'm like, all right, well, I was like, I was so embarrassed. And I was like, all right, well, I was like, I don't think I can ever come to you. He's like, listen, if you're sick, it's going to affect my business. I'd rather give you the money. I know you're going to make it. He's like, you're making a ton of fucking money. You'll pay me back or take it out of your paycheck. We'll figure it out. And he's like, and just do it in here. I'll leave. And I'm like, okay. Now my brother is doing dope too. My brother's like, yo, get me in so I can get me.
What? Oh, Billy.
You know, Billy did it. Billy, me and my brother shot up together for the first time ever on Mother's Day in a casino, Foxwoods. That fucked up. My brother's been clean for a very long time, and way before I got clean. He's probably been clean for like 9-10 years. I've been
good for him, man.
So I don't want to talk shit on him, but like at that time, I got my brother a job, and he's now making a shit ton of money. He didn't know I was stealing money though. He had no idea. God, there was so much that happened. I'll try and make it quick, but basically, one day the assistant manager before shift goes, Nicole, I need to talk to you at the end. And he goes, it's taken me, I've had every single computer person come and check out the system. He's like, there was an error one night for like $90 something. And it was because I made a mistake. I didn't take it completely out of the system like I had done many others. And not only did I take it out of the system, I took it out of the backup. So like they couldn't find anything unless I made a mistake, of course, which I did. And I made that mistake. And he goes, it's taken me months. He's like, I've spent way more than the $93 to try and figure it out. He goes, and I think I figured it out. He goes, because I did a test with you. And he's like, and the order was gone. Now, I didn't do like a lot. I would do like, it was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. So they thought I stole like $400 from them. They have no idea the real amount. And well, I don't even know if I should say that. I don't know if I could still get in trouble for that. And they wound up pressing charges on me. And not only that, they still wanted me to work. Like, you guys are gonna get me arrested? Like, my brother was like, are you guys fucking kidding me? You're not gonna arrest my fucking sister. He comes out and he's like, what did you do? And I was like, it's a mistake. I made an error. I'm like, I'll give you the fucking $90 something because they only thought it was 90 at that time. Mm-hmm. Until like, and I was like, listen, man, no, like, we know you're a drug addict, but you're making $600 a night on a Tuesday and a Monday. Like, how? Why are you fucking stealing? Why didn't you just ask us for the $100? And they're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Just like when you're on fucking drugs, you don't think like that.
And you want to see, it's also like a rush. You want to, like, the fact that you're getting away with it, you know?
Actually, yes and no. I mean, I think I do have a conscience and I felt really bad. But at the same time, when you're on drugs like that, it turns you into somebody who is very selfish. I want to say a psychopath because, like, really, you will destroy everything that comes in your way and you only care about yourself and what you want.
Yeah, you turn into like a total narcissist.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought I was one. Even when I got clean, I was like, I had no feeling. It was just like blank blur. Like, it's hard to explain, but yeah. Anyways, I got arrested. I stopped working there. And because I got arrested, now I didn't have money for drugs. I went to the city with that guy, Mike, the gay guy that sucks dick, and Evan. And Evan, the guy I was hanging out with, gave me his Connect's number. So now all I had to do was go to Queens every day or the Bronx and get $30 bundles. And that's when I started selling. It was before I started selling. And that led me down a whole fucking other path. But it's just crazy what drugs do to you. And like the fact that like I felt so bad that a little girl walked in and fucking sitting there sticking a needle in my arm. And it wasn't just like me sticking a needle in my arm. It was like fucking, I'm so sorry to be graphic, but this is just real. It was like blood fucking dripping onto my thigh, like all like dry blood all down the side. Like I would get out of the bathroom and have to like scrub my arms. And there was like open sores up and down them. It's fucking gross, bro.
Oh.
I know. And then I would take fucking, like, nobody would know. I would take fucking concealer or like foundation. I don't wear foundation. I never wore foundation. Sometimes I do like online, but like I just on my arm, and like this side would be like a different color. That's I don't even know if did you ever see me when my arms were really bad?
I don't think so. I was
Dude,
living
they were-
in Atlanta.
They were I don't know how like everybody didn't know. I still have scars, which I doubt you'll be able to see on camera. No, because
Yeah, no, we can't say. But I've seen them. You showed them to me before, like in the summer.
but like they would like here. It looked like I literally took a knife, and then I started doing my legs, and then my neck, obviously.
Holy shit.
And it got to the point where I didn't even, and I just watched something with this girl. It got to the point where it wasn't even the drugs. It was like the shooting up. You ever see that scene in Pulp Fiction when he shoots up and like the blood rushes? It was like, that was like, as soon as the blood hit, that was like more of a high than like
Really?
me push. Yeah. But I started getting scared at the end. I'm not going to lie, with the fentanyl and shit. I'll tell you another quick story is that about a month before I got clean, I used to get my shit in Rochester, and I would go to the police station. And I would sit in the police station parking lot and get high. And I was also in a Mercedes at the time. And
That makes sense.
I was like, who's going to go to fucking the police station to get high? They're not going to think I'm shooting fucking dope, right? Every day. Same time, sometimes 2 times a day, I was in that parking lot. And one day, I don't really like remember, but like I felt like I just got into a car accident. And in my head, I go, fuck, I fell asleep when I was falling. I mean, I fell asleep when I was high. And there was this like 12-year-old black kid shaking me. Like, I think shaking me.
Sorry.
And
at the police
yeah,
station?
oh yeah, he was the black guy. He was like shaking me. I woke up and I was still in the police station. I didn't get into an accident. Did you just hit the bowl?
No.
What's making you cough?
It's a vape.
Oh, is there weed in it?
Yeah.
Oh, there's none in here. I don't like this one.
Oh.
I can't smoke the vapes, bro. They're too strong.
I know.
Anyway, yeah, so it was like 12-year-old, 13 tops year old, like black kid. He's like my angel, shaking me. I like woke up and I'm like, he's like, ma'am. He's like, I just making sure you're okay, but you're in a police station. And I had like bags of dope all over me, like 6-7 needles on the passenger seat. He's like, you need to clean this up and go park and sleep somewhere else. He goes, I just wanted to make, he's like, I was just about to call the ambulance on you. And you know, like I said, fentanyl was in everything at that, and still is. So I'm like, whoa, that's so fucked up. But I mean, he literally left. I pulled out, pulled into another parking spot, and did more.
That's crazy.
A little. I did a little bit more. It's just fucked up. Like I don't like even like talking too much about it because I don't want people to think like I'm proud. But I'm just saying it because it's fucking real.
No, that's what it leads you to do. It's the truth.
Not only that, if there's somebody ever watching it and they've been in a similar situation, just know you're not alone. And just because you've done bad things doesn't mean you can't actually be happy at one point. You can.
No.
I have stories for days of like sick, twisted, mental patient
I
stuff.
believe it.
And
I believe it.
I'm good now. Not good, I mean, but I'm good. But like, you know, there's always room for improvement.
Yeah, but it's fucking work, man. It's not like one day you just wake up.
I will say, there's nothing in the world like it. Waking up knowing I don't have
Nicole,
through all the chaos just to feel normal. And it's just like I wake up so grateful that I don't have to take Suboxone. I don't have to take anything anymore. It's like the biggest blessing. I just never thought it would ever happen. It was such a long, crazy road that I just didn't think that it was even possible for me to get here. So I understand if you feel like that. And I know a lot of people go through that with different, it doesn't, not necessarily drugs. There's a million situations that you could go through and feel like you're never going to get out of it. Time heals for sure.
Exactly. You just got to take it little by little. And
right.
No one's in a rush. It could take forever. It doesn't matter.
But time does go by fast, so it's worth it to work on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it's worth it to take the action. Like, if you're feeling like not good about anything, it doesn't matter if it's your drug addiction, your weight, your mental health, you know,
your work life,
anything, your relationship. It
doesn't matter.
You got to set goals and then set action steps and like actually like do that shit. And you could get there. Like, okay, let me just use this guy as an example. Remember that guy I showed you on Kick that was he was driving in his car?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a very quick rundown. Fusi, he was a YouTuber when like YouTube first came out. He blew up and he started with pranks and like he's getting millions and millions and millions of views a day. This is like back in like 2015, 2016,
is that blonde kid?
No, the kid that was driving the car. He might have had that thing around his head.
Oh, okay.
And he has a little bit of mental health issues. Okay. He was making millions and millions of dollars. He had the life. He has like a sex addiction. And he caused himself to fall, lost everything, not even $1 into his name anymore. Multi-millionaire, you know, didn't really know how to manage money, was partying, he was pretending to be like somebody he wasn't. So now, 30 days ago, or like, it might have been like 37, I don't know the whole thing. I don't really watch it, but I've seen a couple podcasts. 30 days ago, he started that Kick account. And like last week he just got signed for 15 million.
Good
So
for him.
that the whole point of saying it is like your life can change if you take the action steps to do it. There, I mean, he was like making millions of dollars, about to go apply at Costco, and he was setting up his Uber driver to now 36 days ago has a $15 million deal. Think about it. That's fucking insane. Now,
Like that.
granted, he has a following already. You know, he already had
Right.
millions of followers in the past. So, and he's got a good personality, and he is extremely entertaining. Love him or hate him, he's very entertaining. So, you know, those factors, but doesn't mean any random person can't do it. It's just the work that needs to get put into. You got to put into it, I mean.
Exactly. Bitch.
Yo, I think I'm gonna pop the stream on while I'm working tomorrow.
Okay.
You think I should?
Why not?
Just to start getting some like a recording time, and then maybe I can learn the Twitch and Kick platform. Oh, we are live still. Okay.
Yeah.
Platforms still. What does it look like on your end? I'm curious. Well, you can't show me. Like, are you in the studio, or do you just see? You're not gonna be able to show me.
I took a screenshot of it and I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh.
How do you like that?
So you could always log in too.
Okay.
I like the music. We should
It's
put our
not
own
bad.
music. We could put our own music, I think, in here.
Oh.
Yeah, we can. But the only thing is, like, on YouTube, we're not going to be able to put, like, shit we want to listen to. But that's why streaming's better. We could just say whatever. I can fucking smoke and shit and just chill, and then hopefully chill with other people. I know, like, we're not the coolest, but I mean, says who? I think I'm fucking pretty cool.
Yeah. I agree. I think we're pretty funny.
Shit, look at this.
What?
It has I could take clips from right in here and insert it, and it will post it right to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts.
Oh. Yo, I don't want to hear it. Yo,
Tell him
let
I
me,
said
like,
hi.
stop.
Well, all right, let me take you off. Have a good night. Say goodbye, Anna.
Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, bitches.
I don't want to end it, though. Should I? Should I just take her off? Well, it doesn't matter. Nobody's watching. Is there one viewer, or is it just... Let's watch Fusi on Kick. Yo, I'm hungry, bro. I want some food. right, I'm gonna end this so I don't have to edit, but I think I'm gonna come back on.
I deal with life different, make that limit squeeze. Went off for my style and identity.
Subscribe.
Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese.